Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back again today with another favorites video. It's been a while since I've done a favorites video, but since I've already filmed this look, I was like, I might as well hop on camera and film a favorites video just because this whole look is just giving me so much life right now. I don't want to kind of waste the look without doing more than one video. So if you haven't seen the video on this look that you see here, I'll leave a card at the top of the link. Make sure you check that out after you finish watching this video. But before we hop into the video, make sure you subscribe. Please, please, please subscribe. We are so close to 1K and we just want to get there. And don't you want to be that person to say that you helped me get there? Thanks in advance. And without further ado, let's head right into that video. So I feel like it wouldn't be a favorites video if I didn't start off with the thing that I talked about most in all my tutorials, which is this Morphe Dare to Create 39A palette. This palette is definitely a favorite of mine. Like I mentioned, like I don't even pick up my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I said in like 2 videos or 3 videos ago, I was like, oh, sometimes it's replacing the Jaclyn Hill. Like it's been replaced. I still love the palette. It's still on my desk, but this palette is so beautiful. Like there's not a look that you can't create from this palette. I love it so much. All these transition shades work so well. These colors, they're so pigmented, so blendable. Like there's nothing about this palette that I dislike. Although I wish that these colors, these chocolates, were a little bit darker for darker skin. But I mean, I'm sure they didn't think about that. You're just thinking about a universal palette, which they did create. I love this palette so much. Like, there's nothing I can really say about this palette. I really want to buy a backup. I know I said that in my last video, but I really do want to buy a backup. Even though I haven't hit pan, this palette is just so life, and I feel like every time you think you found that one palette, they release another palette that you need, and I just really love this palette, and Morphe has stepped it up with their palettes. I have a couple of their palettes already. I have the 35O, the 35P palette, and the pigmentation quality is not as great. I mean, they're still great palettes, but they're just nowhere near this pigment and blendability in this palette. So if you don't have that palette, I strongly recommend that you get it. It's a great beginner's palette. It's a great palette to have in your kit if you're a makeup artist, anything. Like, it's just such a great palette, and I just don't want to rant on about it, but that is definitely my favorite of like ever right now. So keeping on with the eye, I'm going to talk about 2 brushes. The 2 brushes I want to talk about, one is from MAC and one is from Sigma. I'll start with this one. This is the MAC 239. It looks like this. It's a flat short shader brush. I don't know, guys. I have some short shader brushes, but the way that this brush packs on color on the lid is really good. I need another one of these. I brought this brush when MAC was having their 50% off all brushes at Macy's, I think it was. And I only got one. It was like one left, and I should have, oh my gosh, I wish there was more. And I would have got 2 because this brush is so great for packing on color all over the lid. Like I don't know. I've used affordable shader brushes and stuff like that. They just don't pack on the way that this color does. I mean, this brush does, and I really do like how great it packs on shadow. Like, it's a really good brush. I hate that it's $25, but again, like I said, I got it while it was on sale. You guys know I'm always about a deal. And the other brush I want to talk about is the Sigma E36. This has been a brush that I've been meaning to get for a while now, but have like neglected because I'm like waiting for a sale or something like that. Something along those lines is normally what it is. And yeah, so I finally got my hands on this brush. I think I got it during Black Friday, I want to say, which was like 2 months ago. So, you know, I've used it and you know that I love it. I actually used it in my tutorial today to really like deepen up the dark brown in the crease. And when I tell you, you dab this and it just packs so much color in the area where you want it to go. And I love that about this brush. I do have another brush that like kind of packs color right in the crease. Let me see if I can find it. It's from Sigma too. I legit just used it in the tutorial that I filmed, so. It's the Sigma E45 is almost like wore off. So as you can see, this one is pointier, and this one has like a kind of flat edge. So this is great for packing on color, and this is good for going in and blending out the color once you did that. And that's what I did today. But these two brushes are really great brushes. Next, since I feel like everything is like running into each other, so we're just gonna keep going. The next thing I want to talk about is this makeup brush cleaner. I think I've talked about this before, but I've been using a lot of instant brush cleaners because I do more eyeshadow looks. When I first got into makeup, I wasn't doing as many eyeshadow looks. Now that I have a instant brush cleaner just in case I don't have time to clean my brushes in between uses. Of course, I have like a bunch of brushes, but there's just sometimes when I go in for a tutorial or an eyeshadow look that I want a specific brush that I already use. So I can't apply the same brush with like leftover pigment. It just messes up your eyeshadow look. Like, don't ever do that. It's just a disaster waiting to happen. So this is so great because I can use this, and I put it in this little tin that it comes with, and you can just pour a little bit out and dip your brush in. Don't dip your whole brush in it, just a little bit. Like, it soaks up the product through the bristles, and then wipe it off on a paper towel or towel, and your brush is good as new. So I love that so much about this. I actually had the smaller one, the 8 ounce, but then when I got this, I was like, ugh, I really need like the giant size one. But I mean, it took me a long time to use that small one, so it's not going to take me that long to go through this either. But again, like I said, I'm using eyeshadow more now, so I might go through it quickly, but I really have been loving that. Next, I'm going to talk about 2 foundations that I've been going between. I don't know what it is, like why I'm going through these 2 foundations, but one is an oldie but goodie, and then another one is like a new foundation that I've never used before until I brought it just recently. So this is the first one we'll talk about is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra 24. Like this foundation, I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it's this one. And this foundation is so good. I mean, I don't care if you're young, old, white, black, mature, wrinkly, oily, dry. Like, this foundation works for every skin type. I lie to you not. I recommended it to my aunt who's like 60 years old, and my cousin just brought it and she's 18. Like, it works for all skin tones, all skin types, like everything. And I really do love this foundation. This was actually my first high-end foundation that I ever got. Actually, my first foundation to begin with. I never even went in with drugstore. Like, I just kind of knew that I wanted to go in with foundation, and I knew that I wanted a good foundation, and they pointed me to this foundation, and haven't strayed away since then. Like, it just lasts all day. It looks so good. It gives me such an airbrush look without really trying, and I just really love it. At one time I thought that I was hating it, but I don't hate it. I just hate the price tag. It's so expensive, but it's a really good product overall, and I really do like it. So that's all I can really say about this foundation, and it will always be a holy grail for me unless they make something with this formula even better. And then after that, I just recently got my hands on the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. I'm in the shade Deep Neutral 78. I probably could be 76, but I feel like 76 is so orange that I went with a darker color, and I just go in with highlight when I use this one, but it's pretty dark on me. Actually, it's really dark on me, but I love it. I don't care. I could get a lighter shade, I don't know, but I just like it for now. Like, this works for me. It's neutral. It's not yellow. It's not yellow. I didn't mean to say not yellow. It's not orange, and that's what I like most about it because I don't like orange foundations. I have an orange foundation on today, and it's killing me in the mirror, but like looking at the viewing screen, it's like it just matches, but it's killing me. I see how red it is. But this is not like this. This is so full coverage. Like, if you need a foundation that's full coverage, like, this is it. Like, it's so full coverage, and it lasts all day. It is kind of heavy on the skin, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like, I mean, throughout the day, I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm wearing so much foundation. I don't feel like that, but I mean, I know that it's there, if that makes any sense, but it's full coverage. I don't really care. I feel like when I know I'm wearing makeup, I know I'm wearing makeup. So it's just like whatever. But I really do like this foundation. These have been like my go-tos if I'm going out or if I'm going somewhere special. Like I'm wearing one of these two foundations, nothing else. And I just really do love these foundations. So if you get some time or you're in the market for a new foundation, pick one of those up because you won't regret it. The next thing that I've been using recently is this Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. I heard about this from Alyssa Ashley. This is what it looks like. It is in the shade Deep Fonts or like Deep 60, I don't know. It's their darkest shade. I don't like that it doesn't go really dark. The pan, is it? It's not really orange. It's kind of like in a medium between orange and yellow, if that makes any sense. Like it's not super warm, but it's not super yellow, if that makes sense. But it's a really good face powder. I like it because I do go in with a lot of powder, so the fact that it's not super like matte just gives my face a good glow. Like it brings a skin like appearance back to my face, because I think I go in, actually I've been doing that Jackie Aina trick where I've been setting my face, my primer with like powder, and then going on top of it with my foundation, and then I go in with more powder to make sure I don't get oily, because you guys know I'm an oily girl, so I can get oily really fast. So this is really good for that. I really do like this powder. Next, I want to talk about two highlights I have been loving, and I said her name already in the video, so it's the Jackie Aina highlights in Le Bronze and Le Peach. I like both of them. At first, I thought that I didn't Le Bronze because I don't know if you guys pay attention, but I go in my highlight first and then I go in my blush to kind of bring my contour and highlight together. And I had used like an orange blush, which you guys know, if you've been watching me, you know I love Hot Flush Blush from Sephora. And it's orange, so it kind of made my highlight look super orange one day. I just think I was pretty sloppy with the blush that day, and I was like, oh, I hate this highlight, is so bronze. And then I swatched it on the back of my hand later on that day, and I'm like, it's not really that orange. And I put two and two together and figure out that's what it was. And then the peach is really nice as well. It's soft. I thought that I wasn't gonna like it. I thought it was gonna be too ashy, but it's not. It's just a really good color, and both of them together is even better. I really do like both of these. I didn't waste my money. I like it, and I love the bag that it came in. I'm sure you've seen it all over social media, but this is definitely a go. It's a winner. I love this, and I love Artist Couture. I already have Conceited from them, which is super glowy, and I love loose glitters actually, and I love building it up. I really do actually like using that Jackie Aina highlights with the Cover FX Candle Glow highlighter, because I feel like when I mix those two together, it's this perfect highlight shade. And I wish that they would come out with like a powder version of these liquid highlighters, because I love Candlelight so much. That's my favorite highlight. I don't know. And while we're on the topic of highlight, we're going to talk about this new baby that I got. This is a Sephora Perfection Miss Nude Glow. So it's just like a spray bottle like this, and you like shake it up and you spray it on your highlight. And then I tell you, the glow that you get from this highlight, it just gives you a wet look, but it's just right in your highlight area, because that's where you're going to spray it to. But it looks so good. Oh my gosh. Like when I first sprayed it in my hand in Sephora, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Like I was sold. Then when I got home, I'm like, I'm probably not really gonna like this. Like, why did I spend my money on this? Because it's $20 for this little bottle. Like, that's crazy. And I was like, I know I'm not gonna like it. And then I sprayed it on my highlight, and I was like, oh, I couldn't take the highlight. The highlight was beaming, and it stayed like that all day. It wasn't as wet all day, which I was happy that it kind of toned down, but it was just like my highlight normally I feel like fades out throughout the day, and it was still very glowy at the end of the day. So I really did like this. So if you haven't got this, you need to get this. It's a really good one. And I know how good it is because it was sold out online for a minute. Like I could not get my hands on it. I heard another YouTuber talk about this, and it was sold out for a minute. So I had to watch. Actually, I went into Sephora and they had like 2 more left, and I had got like the second to last one. So It's probably a pretty popular product because people are using it and it is being sold out in stores and out of stores, I guess. Two more things. One is just a oldie but goodie that I do want to mention. I recently just repurchased the Sephora, the Black Beauty Blender. I love this beauty blender. I don't know why I stopped using it. I think that it was just like old and I kind of like threw it away. And then I've been like using my Morphe sponges, which I still love. But this one is just really good for blending out my concealer. I love it so much. It fits so perfectly, especially because it's so tapered, and when it gets bigger it's not as big as the Morphe sponge, so I can really get into those crevices of my eyes. So I love that. That was just a quick mention. And then my last favorite, which I don't know if you guys saw this coming or not, but this is my jam, honey. This is my business if I can get it out. It is the Dior lip gloss. If you saw my haul video, you saw that I picked this up. And when I tell you I still love this gloss, I would not return it. Nothing, no day can make me be like, oh, I want to return this gloss. Like, no. This gloss is so good and my lips look so juicy and so highlighted and so shimmery. And I'm just like, who is this person when I have this lip gloss on? And it just looks so good. It looks good on its own. It looks good paired on top of something else. I just love it. And I only wear it on special occasions, so because it's $30, but it's just such a good gloss. Like this, it's everything about the gloss. It's the applicator, it's the texture, it's just, and the applicator is like a little brush. So it's not a doe foot applicator, so you get maximum gloss. It's just, oh my gosh, it's such a good gloss. Can't say anything about it. If you ever are in the market for a $30 gloss, you should try it out. And if I did mention, that was in the shade 629 Mirrored. So it's a good lip gloss. Love it. All right, guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I had fun filming it. I'm glad that I got to hop on camera and kill 2 videos with 1 stone. These have just been products that I've been loving, that I've been using religiously when I do my makeup, especially the 39A palette. These are just like all products that you would use. Like they're not like something far out there where it's like sometimes I use it. Like I use most of these every day. Besides my Dior lip gloss, because I told you special occasions, but it is a favorite of mine. Like I love that gloss. I love it. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys. Bye, guys.